From the Oklahoma newsroom, you're watching The Press Row. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Barry Trammell, and we're brought to you by Papa John's Pizza. You can go online anytime and order your pizza at papajohns.com. Time for 5 and 5, 5 topics, about a minute each. We've even got the bell this week, Barry. Let's get right to it with this topic. So, how will Sammy B look in Philly green? It was free agent day, and the NFL kicking things off on Tuesday, and Sam Bradford headed to Philadelphia. How's that going to go?
Well, it's going to be strange because, you know, you see a guy play for so long in a certain color, in this case Oklahoma crimson, goes to the Rams and he got the blue and the gold for so long, he's going to look strange in green. But I will say this, he's going to enjoy the hurry-up. I mean, he excelled. His greatest days were running Kevin Wilson's hurry-up offense in Norman, and now he's with Chip Kelly in Philly, where the king of the hurry-up, the up-tempo, fast-paced offense. We think of Chip Kelly quarterbacks as run around, make plays with their feet type guys. Bradford's not going to do that. But Chip Kelly knows what he's doing. I'll say that. He's the most innovative and sort of forward-thinking coach in the NFL. He's got to have a plan for Sam Bradford. I think it's good for Sam.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. There's a lot of people in the NFL, I think, who are looking at Chip Kelly saying, what are you doing? Is this the right guy? Sam Bradford, a quarterback who's been hurt more than he's been healthy during his NFL career. But when he's been good, and if you really want to say really good, go back to his college days, he's a guy that can handle what Chip Kelly wants to do. So this is a great move for Sam Bradford. I mean, if he's going to rejuvenate his career, if he's going to write a new chapter to his NFL career, he couldn't have asked for a better team and offensive mind to do that with because of what Chip Kelly will want. Now, Philly, it's a tough market. People are going to be hard on him. They're going to expect a lot out of him. But if he can make it there, man, what a recovery story that's going to be for Sam Bradford. All right, Barry, what about this? True, false? OU's scaled-down football stadium plans are disappointing. The Regents approved a scaled-down version of what OU wants to do with its football stadium.
Oh, I think it's absolutely true. I think it is disappointing because, I mean, we were given the plan for the original idea, which was threefold with fan amenities, expanded concourses, bathrooms, concessions, all that stuff, and of course the new west side upper deck. Those phases have been put off really to no timetable. They're far down the road. So it's disappointing when you think you're going to get something and you don't. But the truth of the matter is, it had to be done with the economic climate, the drop in oil prices, plus the disappointing season of Oklahoma football. You know, you come into the 14 season, think it's a great time to be raising funds, and then sort of have the disaster of that season. So it had to be done. You had to scale it down. David Bourne and Joe Castiglione came up with what I think is the most important things, which is the athletes' amenities with the expanded fitness center and the bowling end of the stadium. The Sooners want to look like an SEC program, and you bowl in the stadium. You know, if you've been to the SEC stadium, some of them are pristine and some of them are dumps, but they're all bowled in and big. So everybody thinks, oh, this is great. You bowl that in and people think, oh, this is exactly what a stadium ought to look like.
Yeah, and it is. It's true. It is disappointing that OU had to do this, but I think probably most disappointing is that even though there were some needs addressed, the fact that those amenities that were going to be stadium-wide and basically enjoyed by all fans, that having to be scrapped is disappointing. But I'm not sure that there was another way. I mean, you really can't do the student athlete stuff. You can't expand that and not do the west or not do the south end zone and do the other stuff. They had to do it the way that they did it if they were going to do the student athlete portion of the stadium, which I think that they were pretty insistent that they were going to go that way. So the fact that fans as a whole don't get to enjoy this, that's most disappointing. Although some new suites and those sorts of things, some fans will get the benefit, but as a whole, not everybody will see those benefits. All right, Barry, what about this? Let's talk a little OSU football. Who's your favorite new OSU assistant? We got to hear from all four of the new guys. Who is your favorite?
Well, you know, it was a smorgasbord. I've never really sat through a press conference like that.
It was weird.
4 new assistants coming in. You're meeting these guys.
And thankfully they told us who they were, by the way.
They really did have to introduce themselves. But, you know, the guy that sort of resonated with me was Greg Atkins, the new O-line coach, Buffalo Bills. He walked in, he looked like an offensive line coach. Generally you can pick the O-line coaches out of a crowd. and you definitely could with Greg Atkins. I like his resume. I like where he's been. He's at the Buffalo Bills last year. Tennessee roots. I like his. He was sort of a no-nonsense guy, but he didn't seem overly intense. So I just seemed like a really good fit. Bob Conley did a solid job patching together stuff last year and got them together at the end but he never came across as an O-line coach to me, which, after so many years at Joe Wickline, it's probably a good transition, but time to get back into the big husky, let's get with it guys type of coach. So I thought Mike Gundy hired just what he needed for that O-line.
He had that cut-off windbreaker jacket thing going on.
He probably thought it was it was 52 degrees. He probably thought it was balmy after being in Buffalo.
Well, he told the story of being snowed in when they had the 72 inches in Buffalo last year, being snowed in his office for 5 straight days, not going home. Yeah, he's an O-line coach. The guy that impressed me most was Jason McAdoo. He's going to be coaching the tight ends and fullbacks, which frankly isn't a huge group. They'll obviously have some run with the running backs group. They'll have some run with the offensive line group. But he's a guy that comes from smaller schools, been in Bozeman, Montana for over a decade. Just really had a great personality, frankly. Talked about the fact that his family's big into livestock, and they're not only bringing all their stuff from their house, but they're bringing show cattle, show steers. His kids are involved in 4-H. He had his play card with him, Barry. I don't know if you saw, but the Denny's menu that the coaches always have attached to their pants or whatever on the sidelines. He had it with him. He had to stash it in the podium when he got there. I assume he was passing the time looking at plays.
Yes,
he's only been on campus about 5 minutes, but very engaging, really interesting guy. All those new assistants, I think people will look forward to hearing from more as time goes on. All right, Barry, our pop culture fun question of the week, your selfie wish. We saw another sports type take a media picture this week as Patrick Willis, the retiring 49ers linebacker, got all the Bay Area media around. They took a picture. This is on the heels of Mike Gundy getting the media together. So who do you want to take a picture with, Barry?
Well, it depends on whom I'm trying to please. Am I trying to please myself, or am I trying to go viral? If I'm going to go viral, of course the answer is Russell Westbrook. I wish old Russell would come put his arm around me, take a picture, and send it out, and everybody say, "Look, the mountain has come to Muhammad." But that would please the masses. I'm not interested in that. I wish Darryl Strawberry would take a selfie with me, because for 30 years people have said, "You know what? You look just like Darryl Strawberry." And I really can't disagree with him. When I see pictures of Darryl, I say, we sort of do look alike. So put us side by side, get us in the same picture. Maybe we can finally figure it out for sure.
You've talked to him before, haven't you?
Only on the phone, never live.
Okay,
never
all right. Well, I'll go in that vein too, because somebody that I get told I look like, now I don't know if I agree with any of this or not, but in the sports world, Danica Patrick, people tell me I kind of look like her. I think I'm probably almost as short as her, at least. So
solid, I've never thought of it. I've never heard that, but I'll sign it. I'll endorse it.
So I'll go Danica, just to see us side by side, see if we actually do look a little bit alike. I'll go with that one. All right. Let's get back to.
You drive like her too, so.
That's funny. All right, back to the serious talk. Hey, the Thunder trade Kevin Durant? What? There's talk out there, Barry, that. Now that Russell Westbrook's playing like that, his hair's on fire, the Thunder may trade Kevin Durant.
Tom Penn, the ESPN sort of economic expert for the NBA, he threw out that he thinks that Russell playing the way he's playing means it's likely that the Thunder will trade Kevin Durant next year. And I think it's very possible that will happen right after the state of Oklahoma signs away all its oil rights to the state of Texas. As soon as that happens, then they'll get around to trading Kevin Durant. The Thunder is not trading Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant might leave in free agency in the summer of 2016, but here's how he's going to go. He's going to go with Sam Presti and Clay Bennett
attached to his legs,
Scott Brex and Russell Westbrook, and all wrapped around his legs of Kevin Durant. And everybody in the state of Oklahoma wrapped around their legs. That's how Kevin Durant's leaving. He's not leaving by some sort of trade with Detroit or trade with Washington or trade with Miami.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Well, and I think that the idea behind this whole theory is that Sam Presti, when he sees that he's not going to be able to retain somebody, James Harden, Reggie Jackson, has never let a guy go without getting something in return. So I think that's the theory behind what he's saying. But let's not kid ourselves. We're not talking about James Harden and Reggie Jackson. We're talking about Kevin Durant. He is a bona fide superstar. James Harden has become one. Reggie Jackson might become one. But Kevin Durant, I guarantee you, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook will be members of the Thunder organization for as long as Sam Presti's around, because if either one of them is gone, I have a feeling Sam Presti is not the general manager of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Hey, be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.